Boom shakalaka as Bitcoin goes sideways today, just sitting at $20,000. You have to ask yourself, where's Bitcoin going first? $10,000 or $30,000? You definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at Bitcoin and seeing what is more likely, $10,000 first or $30,000 first, because right now there's a lot of confusion. Nobody knows. Everybody's saying it's going up and everybody's saying it's going down, so who the heck knows? But we're going to take a look at it today. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove. Push the like button. Now, today, back into extreme fear. Finally, this is territory that I know and love. We have been in extreme fear for a long time, for many months, since about the end of March. Overall, the market sideways today. Bitcoin at 2309, Ethereum at 1592, BNB at 286, XRP 33 cents, Cardano 45 cents, Solana $32, and Dogecoin 6 cents. And if you want to know the top coins today based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, we have Tribe, Energy Web, Cosmos Hub, Huobi, and Hi-Fi Finance. But also note how large the portfolio is stablecoins, suggesting that price could go down. Now, Bitcoin today just sitting at $20,000. But one thing you should note, there is a very nice head and shoulders forming right here. If we have a bounce and it comes back down to $20,000 area, that would be a bearish pattern, my friends. And if we take a look at the long term of Bitcoin, because this is kind of starting to remind me of, if we go back here, everybody thought the bottom was $6,500. Just like everybody thinks the bottom right now, previous all-time high, $20,000, until it wasn't and it broke through. So I just wanted to see, based on what happened in 2017 to 2019, because I'm familiar with that. I wasn't here for the one previous to that. How are we lining up similar to that? Well, if we just take a bar pattern from the top here to the bottom, and we overlay that with when we had the Pi cycle top indicator in April of 2021, well, guess what? The bottom would have already happened way back in April. So that one clearly finished with. But if we take from the halving all the way up to the top, and then just line that up, as a matter of fact, it almost perfectly simulates the top. We were only off by about a month at that point. And that one right there would put, it's this green right here, 1, 2, 3 weeks until we start to see a price drop from roughly $20,000 to roughly $10,000. But not only that, because if we overlay the top to the bottom from the top back in November, guess what? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks until same type of thing, price dropping from $20,000 to $10,000. Now, is this something that could happen? Certainly could, especially with all the people talking about the global recession, the energy problems that we're having in Europe and Japan, and it could very well be likely. But it also makes me question, isn't Bitcoin kind of like stored energy? Like, isn't the value of Bitcoin worth how much energy went into it? So if the price of energy goes up, wouldn't theoretically then Bitcoin price go up? And you can tell me all the reasons why I'm wrong down in the comments. Now, if we take a look right now, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust at an all-time low 33.3% discount to Bitcoin spot, the equivalent of a $13,500 Bitcoin. That's not good. That means maybe spot Bitcoin could drop all the way to that price, roughly the $10,000 area we were talking about. Bitcoin right now, the bears are fighting the bulls at this battle line right now around 19 and 19.5 $1,000. 5 hits so far. Can the bulls keep this support, or will the bears eventually break through to the bottom? Because if we take a look at the long-term risk, the 2-month, throughout history, Bitcoin has never closed a 2-month candle below the Bollinger Band center line, this red line right here. However, as we're taking a look right now, it is testing it. Could it break below there, changing Bitcoin historically forever? Possibly. But according to the risk LT indicator, it took 1-2 flips in a row from blue to green to consider Bitcoin a safe long-term risk buy. And right now, Bitcoin is just bouncing back and forth between these two levels of these shorts and longs. There's a lot of longs to liquidate at $17,000 to $19,500. There's a lot of shorts to liquidate at $25,000 to $26,000. Right now, there's more shorts than longs. But if Bitcoin breaks out of this area, it's going to send the price up or down dramatically as those shorts or longs need to cover their position. Now, if it does go down, because a lot of people are screaming this right now, how low could it go? It appears like we have a lot of support based on these models between $14,500 and $17,000. The 4-year SMA plus EMA, the 2-year SMA plus EMA, the Confluence model bottom, the balance price, the network plus long-time holder, and the coin values days destroyed. All of these lining up right between $14,000 and $17,000. Bitcoin has never broken through these levels to the downside. But Bitcoin's never had a recession, never had quantitative tightening, never had a bear market, all at the same time. So, will this time be different? And that, I don't know. But if we take a look at this from On-Chain College, short-term Bitcoin RCAP HODL waves are lower levels than the 2019 bear market. Yes, that's right. That would make this a better buy opportunity than when Bitcoin was $3,000 back in 2019. Now's the time to be fully engaged with a plan for the next 4 to 5 years. If you're reading this and still in the space, you've already won half the battle. Now could be a time to figure out what you're going to do with Bitcoin over the next 4 to 5 years, because as we take a look right now, we are in the market entry zone. Everything below the realized price is historically an amazing entry if your time horizon is greater than 1 year. Now the realized price, we are just below the realized price for Bitcoin right here. And as you can see historically, the realized price was great buy opportunities for Bitcoin. Right now could be an amazing purchasing price for Bitcoin if your time horizon is greater than 1 year. If it's not greater than 1 year, stop gambling. Because if we take a look at this Bitcoin market structure by Alpha Scanner, have we silently entered the accumulation phase? If so, markup phase is following. Now, if we take a look, we can see down here, we have accumulation, markup phase, distribution, and then decline. Now we take a look at Bitcoin. We had the markup phase back here, and then we had distribution, and then we had decline, and then now, did we have this bottom right here? And are we headed back into accumulation before the markup phase? We could very well be going. Nobody, and I mean nobody, knows where this thing could go. We're just taking a look at both sides, and then you are a grown-up boy or girl or both, and you can make up your own mind, or neither. So, similar double bottoms pattern seen with similar higher lows RSI behavior. First bottom RSI less than 30, second bottom RSI greater than 30. What's next after this pattern? Now, we saw this historically in 2014 to 2018. We saw this top here, we saw a little ascending bubble, and then we saw a double bottom with greater RSIs. And what happened after that? Very large run up in terms of Bitcoin price. Now, pretty much the same thing. Top, we have a nice ascending channel, then we have double bottom, we have greater RSIs. Could we potentially head up that way? And look where Bitcoin price goes, into the hundreds of thousands of dollars real fast. Because we're in the PMO trigger accumulation zone right now, the price momentum oscillator used as a relative strength tool. So first, the PMO falls below 0. Second, the crossover in PMO. And third, PMO rises above 0. Now, this is start accumulation as it falls below 0. Then we have the crossover of the signal lines where it goes from red to green. And then we have above 0, which is basically the start of the HODL phase. That basically marked the exact bottom for Bitcoin before we had an 8,000% rise back then. Or if we did it back in 2019, that marked the bottom before we had a 1,300% rise. Well, guess what? We've already come down to the bottom. It's almost nearing the territory where we could have that price flip before we go back up to HODL territory. And if we take a look at Bitcoin's reverse Cutler RSI, the last 2 cycles, when the black line in the reverse Cutler RSI left the blue area, Bitcoin entered a bull market. It has now happened again. Will this time be different? More signals saying this is a great time to buy. We may not have buy territory forever. The last few times this left the blue area, guess what? That was the bottom. That was the bottom. Is this time different? Who's to say? But for everybody who doesn't like Bitcoin, Ethereum is also making an amazing chart pattern, at least in the Bitcoin comparative. ETH BTC has formed a perfect cup with handle pattern with breakout. The cup was 2018 to 2021 right here. The handle 2021-2022. Final fake out May to July 2022 and breakout July 2022. We are right here. The depth of the cup is so deep that we anticipate there will be a huge move in Ethereum. This could send Ethereum up astronomically compared with Bitcoin. So that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to push the like button. It helps help out so much. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.